Yes. So welcome everyone. Welcome Nyeledi. Welcome Amu, you are guests today. This is the Plan of Action show. Thank you for joining me. I know we're supposed to meet at 12:30, but here we are. At least we made it, right? So I'm just going to be asking you a couple of questions and just to get to know you better, because you are a value edian. I'm also a value edian. I asked Nyeledi, I was like, are you a value edian? She's like, not yet. So I understand you invited her.
I did.
She said your relatives. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Cleopatra, for joining us. We really appreciate it and appreciate your support for Amu. We love having family members like you. May you please just unmute and say hello.
Hello. Well, thank you for having me and thank you for the invite. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate having you here, Lanyeliti. Honestly, we do a lot. Thank you so much. And yeah, we're not going to take up too much time. So I'm just going to be asking you a couple of questions. First things first, tell us a bit about yourself. Just who is Amu? Where do you come from? Where you based? Just your short summary of your life story.
Okay, my name is Amu. I am 26. I'm from Pretoria, born and raised in Pretoria. And I'm a business owner. I own a company called Married to Food. I do catering, meal preps, and menu consulting and private chef services. And it was a company that I registered in 2015. And then I only became fully operational in 2020. And I'm still operating. And I'm based in Pretoria.
Mm-hmm. Which part in Pretoria?
Pretoria East.
Pretoria East. So you said you are a business owner, married to food, right? And how did that concept come about? How did you come up with the name Married to Food?
I used to like watching, what's this show? Married to Medicine. And I just saw how those doctors were like really into what they did. And I was like, I really like food and I really enjoy cooking. So I'm gonna call my company Married to Food.
Mm-hmm. And then like, what type of food do you offer?
It's mostly because it's catering and private chef services. So it's mostly like 5-star meals, 3-course meals, those kind of things. That's what I really enjoy doing because it allows me to come out of my normal everyday elements and play around with food, come up with new concepts and things like that.
So so far, what would you say was the, like in your business, was your biggest client or your biggest project or your biggest milestone since you started being fully operational in 2020?
I think my biggest milestone would be when I got a corporate gig from SAPI. And I think it was for 3 consecutive days in August. And then they called me again. When they called me again, that's when I was like, okay, surely I did something right. Surely I'm doing something right. They called me again in April and December. I did the year-end functions. So that was a huge milestone for me. And another one is this past yesterday, actually. Why am I wanting to take it far? Yesterday, I became part of the Metropolitan Collective Shapers Top 10. Thank you. Thank you. So that's a huge milestone because Metropolitan is gonna fund our businesses and just, guide us and all those things. So that's really gonna help. That's the biggest milestone, I think.
So I understand that you joined Value Aid through the Collective Shapers program, right? Firstly, how did you find out about the Collective Shapers opportunity? Where did you apply? Because yeah, that experience on our end was quite hectic. People were not so receiving, you know. But then, like, how did you find out, and how did you feel when you were told that you've been selected and you're going to be part of the competition now? Now things are getting real. How did you apply first, and then
Um,
what's the process?
Somebody sent me a link. Somebody
Okay.
sent me a link, and then there was an induction that was taking place in Pretoria Central. I couldn't make it because I was starting a new job. So I excused myself. I sent an email excusing myself. And then a couple of days later, there's a group chat. And I'm like, what's going on? Where did they
Mm.
get my number from? Like, what's value add? So it was okay, but let's see. Let's see where this goes. Um, and then there was the first masterclass with value add, and then there was the whole explaining process of, okay, this is what we are, this is what we do, and we're being sponsored by Metropolitan. So I was like, oh, it's this. So I think that's why I stayed on, because I'm not gonna lie, like many other people who fell off in the beginning, I thought this surely is a scam. Like, there's no way. There's no way this is a scam. So I'm glad I stayed on. I'm glad I didn't fall off the wagon. I'm really glad I stayed on.
Look at you now, top 10. Hello, lady. Okay, so with value add, you've attended a couple of courses, you've been attending a couple of courses, hence you are a guest today on the plan of action. How has that experience been, and what courses maybe just stood out for you?
For me, this was an experience that I didn't know I needed, right? Because I learned the importance of networking. I learned the importance of LinkedIn. I learned the importance of creating content. It doesn't matter what kind of phone you use, just take pictures, take videos. I learned the importance of that through value add. I learned the importance of showing up, regardless of what's going on. Show up when you are called out, show up. There's just so much that I've learned. And I think my favorite session was the one with Joshua, where he was talking about ChatGPT. I just forgot the name of that opened my mind so much, because firstly, I don't like, okay, let me not say I don't like, I'm not good with the whole creating content and, the marketing aspect of a business. That's really not my thing. I just want to get into the kitchen and cook. So that conversation with him opened my eyes to, it's not that hard. It's actually quite easy. And this is how you can make it happen. So I use ChatGPT quite a lot now. I helped somebody write a cover letter the other day with ChatGPT.
Wow, like, look at you. At value add, we live for the courses making an impact, right? And the impact that we're looking for is people to actually apply the skills that they're getting from value add. I use ChatGPT myself a lot, and it's very helpful. Sometimes you just don't have the time, to just sit down, and it broadens your mind, and then when you read it, you edit something, and then look, you manage to help someone else. And that's all value add is about. We just live for those experiences, and having people go through the value add experience and then actually implementing whatever that they have learned in value add is what we're looking for. It's what we live for. It's what we exist for as a platform. And I'm sure Josh would be very proud because that course is actually Creatorpreneur. And Joshua is a young man who's running his own business as well, who's using those tools productively and is sharing those skills with us. There you are, you have those skills now, and then you're sharing it with other people, which is amazing, right? And then that's what we exist for as value add. And congratulations again for being in the top 10. What a milestone. You've come so far. I remember when the Lions Den, the presentations were happening, everyone was just running around from metropolitan collective shapers. And then how did you deal with the pressure, having to sometimes attend the courses, having to prepare for the presentation? How did that also just take you out of your comfort zone and like just stretch you as a business person?
I think also being able to be vocal and not like stage fright. I think Value Aid has also helped me shake that off. Like, because I'm very shy. I am very, very shy. Until you get to know me, of course, then it's a completely different story. But but I'm generally a shy person. So with my baby and the presentation, that was very tough because I'm now having to prepare something that I've never, ever, 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 ever done before. This was my first presentation ever. It was just wild. But I think with the coach that we had, Miss Samkelo, what's her last name? But yeah, shout out to her. She helped us a lot. She literally, she carried us. There were days when she would give up time in her day to give us extra sessions, which she wasn't being reimbursed for, but because she wanted us to succeed so bad, she made time for us. So yeah, if it wasn't for her and everybody who was around me, helping me with my baby, listening to my presentation, looking at what I have so far and telling me, no, remove this, add this, I don't think I would have made it.
Oh, you know what? Shout out to you, girl, because I know having a baby is will take you out of your comfort zone, right? It's you're shocked when you're experiencing that whole situation. At the same time, you're here preparing for like the biggest thing, like a big presentation that will just shift your business entirely. And shout out to you for showing up, you know, shout out to you for using these skills from Value Aid and for being inspired, because at the end of the day, everyone can be inspired, but not everyone can implement whatever that they've been inspired to do, right? So shout out to you. You are amazing, and I'm really impressed of your journey and how far you've come. And I mean, being in the top 10 now, having to track how Value Aid has played a part in that, you know, just clearly shows that this path was definitely destined for you. And you, I know being pregnant is hectic as well, right? And especially towards the end, you know, the end. And then you having to push through, girl. The perseverance. I know you deserve a round of applause. No, I'm shouting it out so much because I understand where you're from and where you are right now. But the fact that you're still pushing and you're still present is inspirational. And like I said, we'll upload this video. Hopefully, baby girl will one day see this and then will just get inspired to say, my mom is a superwoman. And I mean, she has done it. Thank you so much. Any last words from you, Amogelang, to say, you know, how would you say someone else, how would you inspire someone else maybe, or to share your experience of Value Aid with someone else? And if maybe someone were to get this opportunity of being part of Value Aid, how would you, what can I say? How would you say they must use this knowledge that they get from Value Aid?
Like I said, the biggest thing that I have learned is to show up when you are called out. So whether if it's you are part of Value Aid, whether if you are in school, whether if you are at work, whatever you're doing, wherever you are, just show up. Show up. Just show up.
That's the biggest one, right? Because nothing will happen if you're not there.
Yeah. I mean, you can't just suck opportunities out of your thumb. You literally need to show up because you never know what's gonna happen.
And how about like the timing as well, right? There was just a lot going on in your life. And but then you pushed through, right? And didn't you at some point feel demotivated or feel like, oh, this is just too much, I can't do it? You know that some people fell off, even from the value aid programs, people fell off. How did you just keep pushing through? Because like the odds, I can't say they were against you, but then it was quite, it was a bit hectic on your side.
Yeah, no,
But
the odds were against me. I really feel
it
like the
was,
odds were
of
against me
course, of
because,
course.
first of all, I'm pregnant. There's so much that I need to do. There was just a lot happening. I think what really kept me going was the fact that one day I'm gonna have to tell my daughter that I did something and I stopped halfway. Like, that's not a conversation I wanted to have with my child, that, oh, I started doing something and then I stopped halfway. Oh, why did you stop? It was tough. I just feel like I had to see it through for myself, one. And I think also it was a thing of me wanting to see how strong I am. Because I think this is the most I've pushed myself. Because if I came across value aid and this opportunity with Metropolitan 2 years ago, I probably would have let go. I probably would have dropped out also. Because, yeah, no. So I mainly did it for my daughter. So I can one day say to her, I persevered through this. And this was the circumstance I was in.
Yeah, no, inspirational indeed. I'm sure Nyeleti is very proud and your whole family is very proud. And once your daughter gets to understand what you went through and what you achieved, with her being so little, I'm sure she'll be super proud as well. We are proud of you as value edians. We're wishing you all the best going forward in your journey with the Metropolitan Collective Shapers. We are so proud of you. You can't even express how proud we are of you, and we're cheering for you all the way. Keep on pushing. Top 10, you know, it's another step. There's another one, there's a bigger goal, and we believe that you can achieve that goal, you know. And all the best, and we are really proud of you. We appreciate people, moms, you know, like you. I'm going to speak from a mom's perspective. We appreciate moms like you who show the world that I'm not limited. You know, yes, I may be a mom, it's a superpower on its own, but then I'm not limited. This is not the end of me. This is not going to define me. Yes, it's an amazing experience. However, I'm still going to go out there and bulldoze anyone in my way or anything that is in my way and just go and get those opportunities for myself. So well done to you. And thank you so much again for showing up, you know, to this platform and just gracing us with your presence on our Plan of Action show. Yeah, I think that's it for me. And all the best going forward. Also, thank you so much to Nyeleti for joining us. And yeah, I appreciate you guys. And yeah, man, look, let's push forward. Thank you so much. Bye. Do you have something to say? Unmuted, Nyeleti.
No, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Bye.